One other thing I should talk about also is the new LSAT retake limit that went into effect this year as well. Previously, or a while back, it was you could take the LSAT only 3 times within a 2-year period. LSAT then changed things so that there was no limit at all on how many times you could take the LSAT, period. You could take it every month if you wanted to. But because LSAT is now administering the exam nearly every month, they have to reuse old test forms more than they previously had to. So anyone taking an undisclosed exam, like many upcoming exams are undisclosed, that means that LSAT may re-administer that same exam sometime in the future. Maybe 2 years from now, maybe 5 years from now. They might administer it overseas. They might administer it as a Sabbath observer's exam. And if they disclose it, then they can't reuse it because it's public information and students, a wide swath of students may have seen those exam questions. Whereas right now, a very infinitesimal percentage of students may have seen those questions. And obviously that would not be fair, but LSAC doesn't really have anything else they can do because it costs them nearly 1 million exams to create an entirely new test form from scratch. And they are not yet ready to create 9 or 10 new test forms per year. So they have no choice but to reuse old stuff. Is that ideal? Not really, but it is what it is. And these new retake limits are specifically that you can only take the LSAT 3 times in one admissions cycle, cycles running from June to May of the following year. So if you take it in September, October, and November of 2019, then you are done until June of 2020. Alternatively, if you take it in November and January and March, you can still take it again in July and again in September of next year. That would be okay. So you can apply to law school with 5 tests on your record, but they can't all be within the same admission cycle running from June to May. So the limits are, again, 3 times in one cycle, 5 times in a 5-year period, 7 times for life. And once you get a 180, you can't take it again. And that's really more for folks like me, where if all the tutors and instructors out there and professionals out there who do this for a living took it, they might screw up the so-called curve, and LSAC's test equating process would be a little bit skewed there. So they don't want that. And they also want to limit the number of times applicants could potentially re-see, there's probably a better word for that than re-see, but see again the same test content from one administration to another, which would, of course, taint the validity of the exam. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.